Hello, my fellow felines. This is KittyCatPWYarn here, and welcome to another speed build. Today, we are actually renovating a house from Strangerville. The house we're renovating is Carpophagous Corner. That's a tongue twister. But if you don't know what house I'm talking about, this is essentially the Willow Creek Wannabe, as I like to call it. This is the house that many people criticized as being very similar to one of the base game starter houses from Willow Creek. And after renovating it, I could not agree more. So I tried to give it kind of more of a Strangerville feel and make it, I don't know, I mean, it still looks very similar on the outside, but it is very obviously not the same house at this point, though I haven't renovated Streamlit Single lately, if at all. So that's still kind of up in the air if they look the same or not. But so some things I did, I extended I added a deck out back and put like this little trellis thing over it. It's really cute. I changed the whole color scheme of the outside because the yellow and green just made me want to vomit. It was like way too pastel for me, and I just wasn't a fan. So then I changed everything to the white and like deep navy blue swatches, and that's one of my favorite swatches on any of the Strangerville build buy things. So I just had to do that, and then the the siding ends up being like a light gray, and it looks really nice. It pops really well with it. And then as for the interior, the layout stays the same. I did extend the bathroom a little bit and added a walk-in closet from Get Together in the bedroom. And I opened up the kitchen a little bit as well. I actually added like a little bar area for seating. And I added like some extra windows or different windows, and moved them up because they were way too low on a medium wall height wall for me. Uh, so I did that, and then I also moved the whole lot forward so I could add kind of like a nice backyard space. And that's one of the last things we'll get to, but it looks really nice in the end, and I'm really proud of it. I really do like this house. I like how it turned out a lot. It turned out a lot better than I expected, honestly, because I haven't done a reno in quite a while, so I was just kind of generally concerned about how I was going to execute it without completely changing up the house, because that's why I don't really do renovations of houses that are already in game often, because I see them and I'm like, oh, this needs a lot of help, and I just end up like changing it entirely, and it makes me mad at myself when I do that, so that's why I don't do them frequently. But this one turned out really well, and I think it still has lots of like the original kind of vibes, and you can tell it's the same house, but just better. Another thing that's kind of different about this video is it's my first video I'm recording and voicing over in 2021, which is wild to say, and I'm having a hard time wrapping my head around the fact that 2020 is actually over, because I'm glad. Don't take this the wrong way. I am extremely happy it's over, but it felt like it was never gonna end. Uh, so I'm very happy for that. Um, but otherwise, uh, the other thing different here is that I actually left like almost all of the footage in. I left the bathroom in, I left the roofing in, I left the little bit of floor plan messing around that I did. I even left all the landscaping in. And there's a reason I left the landscaping in. I really like how the landscaping turned out. Uh, it's in Strangerville, like I said, and I really like doing landscaping in Strangerville because it's it's like super overgrown but also not crowded all at the same time, and there's like this perfect balance, and I really like trying to find that balance. and this is one of them that I really enjoyed doing, and I'm really happy with. I did use some of the bigger rocks from Show Live Edit Objects because I love them, and I pretty much use them every time I do a build in Strangerville now, just because they're so nice and because I have easier access to them with the mod that I use. And on the topic of mods, real quick, I've been thinking about doing a video of like on mods that I actually use, but I'm not sure if there's any interest in that. So let me know, sound off in the comments down below, what do you think about that? Because I've seen a few other people do it, and you know, since it's like the beginning of the year, I thought like some people might be like emptying out their mods folders and looking for like new ones or whatever. And I think the mod that I use the most is like my favorite mod, and I think it would be very helpful for people. So yeah, let me know what your opinion is on that. And this clip is a struggle. I'm actually looking for one very specific wallpaper that I cannot find. And I finally found it. It took so long. It was super frustrating because I had scrolled past it like 3 times. I must have. But I was looking for that because I've lived in a few houses or like been to a few houses where the stove and just like if the stove is next to a wall, like the wall like to the left or right of it, and then the wall like right behind it has like that kind of brushed metal, I guess, on the wall. And they use that as a backsplash versus like having tile or whatever. And I really like that, and I actually did that in the Grinch house that I posted on Christmas. And I was like, oh my god, this is such a great idea. I love it. And I thought it fit really well in this house because this house is pretty, I don't want to say traditional, but like pretty old school, I guess, in the style of everything, you know, with the wooden cabinets with the old tile and the older looking bathtub and stuff like that. And yeah, I don't know. I thought it worked. Let me know what you think about that in the comments. And just an idea, if any of you are builders watching me out there, I think it's pretty realistic. So that's why I enjoy doing that. And I pretty much just rambled over the entire bathroom. It wasn't very big. There wasn't a lot to do in there, so it's pretty basic. And I'm just going to be working on the living room next, which is really cute. I actually really like how this turns out as well. I ended up using the couch from university and the chair from university, and I really love both of those a lot. You'll see which one. But I really like this couch. It just looks so comfy to me. Like, I don't know why, but I'm just like, yeah, that couch looks really cozy. And you know, not many of the couches in The Sims 4 look super cozy. So this was one, and I was just like, yeah, I need to use this here. I think it fits. And I wanted to use a blue swatch on it because if you can't tell, blue is kind of the color theme in this house. But it just the blue swatches didn't work. They were like too light or like too purpley. So I ended up going with the gray swatch, and I think it looks really nice still. So I am pretty happy with that. And now we're just kind of messing around with the living room. Like I said, there's not much to this either. Just a rocking chair, couch, and a plant and a TV. And that's about it. And I did put a bookshelf in here for skill building reasons, obviously. And in terms of skill building, there is the bookshelf, there is a chess table, and there are planter boxes as well. There were already, I think, like 2 or 3 in back of the house already, but I decided when I expanded the backyard to add more, because I didn't really think that the person living here would have like they wouldn't have kids. Obviously, like there's only 1 bedroom, so I just kind of wanted to keep it pretty basic because this house in general is pretty basic. So there's the planter boxes, there's a chess table, bookshelf, and there's also a bike for like athletic skill. I believe it helps build your athletic skill. I might be wrong, but I'm pretty sure it helps. I could be wrong though. Let me know if you know that in the comments below, because I should know. But to be honest with you, I build more than I play, so that's my reason for that. But speaking of playing, I've actually done a little bit of playing lately, and the reason for that is my friend Hip Hip Renee and I had started or come up with, I guess, a legacy challenge a while ago, like 2 years ago now at this point. And if you've been around for a bit, you probably remember that. It is the Birthstone Legacy Challenge. I will link the playlist of it in the description down below. But I've been playing with that family still because I never got, like... I finished the first generation, but my second heir never, like, aged up, so she was still a child. And so I've actually been playing with that to potentially play with her in the future, Generation 2, and potentially record it, but I don't want to get anyone's hopes up because there are some things that are going to be happening kind of soon that I haven't really talked about yet, and those will be putting a delay on things. I haven't talked about it yet for good reason. I will talk about it as soon as I know more. But like I said, I'm just not gonna mention it yet because I don't know the like full extent. So yeah. But I just wanted to kind of touch base there and mention that it will hopefully be coming sometime this year. So yeah. So 2021. Like I said, I'm recording this on the 1st, so it's new to me, but my day has been pretty good so far. Well, mostly. I woke up hungover, don't tell anybody, and my back was hurting a lot, because, you know, that's just my life, and I went to place a DoorDash order for McDonald's breakfast, because I was like, yeah, I deserve this, for me and my boyfriend, and we waited like an hour, and it still like wasn't here or anything. So then we called McDonald's, and they were like, "Oh yeah, we can't do this for you because we're not serving breakfast past 10:30." I was like, "Well, DoorDash let us order it." So like, what? Long story short, we just ended up getting stuff for lunch instead because DoorDash kind of fucked us over, though they gave me my money back and a $10 credit, so I guess that's fine. I don't know. I'm still salty about it because I want my McDonald's breakfast really bad, but it's whatever. But anyway, we're getting to the end of the video, just working on some landscaping now, and then at the very end we will have some before and after shots. But with all of that being said, I'm going to leave you guys right here, and I will see you all in the next one. Bye, friends. If you like this one, be sure to leave a like, subscribe, and check out some other videos of mine while you're at it.